Welcome, friends. Thanks for tuning in on a Friday.
Oh, Zoom. There's your face.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, friends.
This is what happens when you change the settings on house elves when they're not looking. So the good news is we've got a show on a Friday. Yeah. Yeah. So, welcome to Friday. Welcome to your weekend, hopefully. And
Smiling face.
welcome to my smiling face. So I'm Jeremy Grafe. Welcome to the Subaltern Project Twitch channel. And for some of you who have been watching the show for a bit, you were expecting perhaps to see Kathleen Finnegan and Bret Blackshear tonight. And unfortunately, their daughter was not feeling well. And we decided after some discerning conversation that perhaps it would be better to postpone. Because the good news is they were going to Tuxedo Ren Fair, which is just a little outside New York City, which is only about 3 hours away, which for us is not a big drive. So I may be going up to visit with Kathleen, or she might be coming here. We're not sure. Either way, we will definitely be performing together very soon. And if you watch this space, you will probably see some announcements to that effect very soon. So hopefully Naomi is feeling better sooner rather than later, and Bret and Kathleen can avoid the scourge.
I like this new format. What does everybody else think about it?
I don't know if you heard that, friends, but the house elves are wondering how you feel about the new format, being up close and personal.
And do you notice a new instrument in the background with the Zoom feature?
Yeah, there's a reason for that. So the last time I was up at Sterling, in the middle of a Wolgamut loud set, Michael calls me up on stage and hands me a tambourine, and it took me all of 4 measures to realize that it was broken and how to compensate for said break. So that was a lot of fun, but I decided I should probably start collecting some basic percussion equipment, because a guitar, well, an acoustic guitar is not competing with a Rauschpfeif or a Dudelsack. Anyway, so there we are, my new tambourine. Tonight was supposed to be Kathleen and Bret and I playing assorted random Ren Fair hits. Instead, we will have something similar to Monday night, which is fine with me. Thanks so much for tuning in. Some of you have already found your way to our brand new emote. I had a friend of mine, Jason Burlett, make several of them for us. So here's the cool thing. You can buy them with your channel points. For those of you who have been watching for a while, it's actually not buying as much as it is renting. Yeah. So you can unlock it. The other way that you can get it is by subscriptions. And here's a neat thing. The more people subscribe to the channel, the more emotes we get. And I'm going to do a little bit of a sneak peek of those Monday night, but I have 30 that I could add to the stream. And I'm really excited about them, and so is Jason. And I already have ideas for other ones down the pike. So it felt really good to be able to do a commission for a friend of mine. It felt really good to use some of the money that y'all have given to the channel to support it for something that is going to improve the channel in kind of a fun way. The cool thing is you'll be able to use the emotes for this channel on any other channel, as long as you're still a subscriber or using your channel points to unlock them. So that's pretty cool.
You want to say what this one is?
Oh, so yeah, it might be a little hard to see if you're watching this on a smaller screen. Last week, while we were having a conversation about custom emotes, some enterprising viewer said something about an octopus with a tankard. It is, in fact, an octopus with a tankard. And what's funny about that is Jason drew that before I even texted him after the show to let him know that that was something that we were into. So good work, friends. You put that out in the ether, and Jason picked up on it right away. So a nice, shiny new custom emote. And there are 29 more that we could go on to add and upload, provided we have subscribers. So that's all pretty great. Anything else going on in the chat?
No, Is Vanessa telling you to learn the doodle sack?
You know, that has been discussed. And interestingly enough, I kind of, I hadn't really been playing a whole lot of recorder since April or the end of March when I went down to Sherwood, because there's been a lot of furiously learning a lot of material in that time. And when I got back, I immediately started learning my material for Pennsylvania Ren Fair. And of course, Michael always wants me to learn more stuff. So I had been sleeping on my recorder for a little bit. And yes, it's very uncomfortable. You're right, Vanessa. Having not practiced much, I realized that I should probably look at that, and had kind of a frustrating moment with everything else that I have to practice right now. So I took a break and practiced on recorder. So I'm working on that again, is a long way of saying I'm back on it. So I know Chris is going to be around for Pennsylvania and is actually going to be living in Lancaster, more than likely. So I'm hopefully going to be able to hook up with Chris and work with him a little. And who knows? I might end up playing Doodlesack here and again. I don't know. No promises. I'll do my best. Hey, Glenda. All the emotes. So here's a neat thing. I don't know if this is always true, but if you gift a sub to somebody, or a subscription, if you gift a subscription, it'll be 20% off, which is pretty rad. But the cool thing about that is whoever you gift the subscription to, I'm pretty sure you can re-up the next time at the discounted price. So you could subscribe like months in advance at like 10 or 20% off, which is kind of rad. So helps the stream, gets us more emotes. Jason and I have a really similar interest in a lot of the same punk rock and comic books. So yeah, we can get pretty weird. And I'm always interested in hearing what emotes you want to see, and we'll work on getting that together. We might end up doing an octopus with a tankard as a multi-pane deal. But if we do that, we're going to need the subs to do it. So anyway, lots of ideas. More music, says the house elf. Pastime with good company, I love and shall until I die. Grudge to lust, but none deny. So God be pleased, thus live will I. For my past tense, unsing and dance, my heart is set on goodly sport. For my comfort, who shall me lend? Youth must have some dalliance, for good or ill some pastance. Company methinks then best, all thoughts and fancies to digest. For idleness is chief mistress of vices all, and who can say but mirth and play is best of all? Company with honesty is virtue, vices to flee. Company is good or ill, but every man hath his free will. The best ensue, the worst eschew, my mind shall be virtue to use, vice to refuse, thus shall I use me. cheers to you all. How's everybody doing?
Good. Lady Fidget says, 2 of my favorites in a row. Lucky night.
Right on. Thank you, Stephanie. Cool. Thanks for coming. So, this is, not to get overly heavy about it, but this has been a real challenging year for, I think, well, everybody. No matter how you look at anything, right now, it's been a rough year. And, part of what's made it so rough is so many of us have lost people that we love. And, a few months ago, my Uncle Craig passed away. And he was a really important part of my life, introducing me to Queen and 70s Billy Joel, and also the joys of cast parties. Craig, through most of my life, volunteered as a stage manager for Reading Civic Opera in Reading, Pennsylvania. And I just have really early memories of like going backstage after a show, and I had several uncles that volunteered for the shows there, and some family friends that were often in the shows. So I was enjoying like being part of the show in like that small way from a really early age. And I don't know what your experience has been, but it's been really strange with losing loved ones in this year, because we can't remember them, and I can't process the grief properly. It's like, this is just something I'm seeing on a screen. Like this isn't really real. I didn't get to be with the other people who loved the person we're missing to talk about like what was great and what we'll miss and all of that. So tomorrow we're going to be remembering my Uncle Craig, and I wanted to play a few songs that I don't know. I know he tuned in to the live stream now and again, and he may have heard these songs, but a couple songs that I wrote about, what does it mean to grieve? So anyway, this is as much a memorial for my Uncle Craig as I hope it is maybe a comfort, or at least commiseration with some of the rest of us who are also missing somebody in the last little while. The time that it really doesn't matter. The future stretches on and on. Those we love will always be there. There's always parting in the end, with the others moving on. fingers. Time together is much too short. With the ones we love the most, 1,000 lifetimes are not enough. Yet we cling to our stubborn hope. Reaching out, try to ease each other's aching. Some say it's Friday and Sunday's coming on. I don't feel that way today. My stone away. Time together is much too short. With the ones we love the most, 1,000 lifetimes are not enough. Yet we cling to our stubborn hope. table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord You may have recognized the lyrics from that. I did not write those. Those are Psalm 23 from the King James Version. And that's probably one of the only books of the King James that I prefer over other versions. So there you go. Yes, this is the part of the program where we change guitars. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's a little sad, but also sharing stories.
Oh.
Carlos and Rebecca are here, and Judith is here.
Oh, hey. Cool. Glad you could all make it. I mean, good morning, Judith.
Glad to share that she lost her father this year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Glenda. Yeah. And, I mean, it's just been a year. I don't know about y'all, but I've experienced a lot of grief this year. I mean, in part, the people that I miss. But a lot of the stuff that just didn't happen in 2020 or didn't happen maybe the way that I would have wanted it to. And, whatever happens next, I mean, in another 10 or 20 years, this is going to be a defining event in all of our lives. It's going to be like World War II was for my grandparents, or,
9/11.
Or 9/11. But I think this is
More, I know.
Yeah, even 9/11, we have to deal with the TSA when we fly now, which wasn't true before. I mean,
If we can fly.
yeah, if we can fly. So, yeah, it's been a year of a lot of grief, and I think it's important to share some of that sometimes, right? Like, we can't just hide from it. I mean, it's important to do things that we enjoy and we love, but we have to make a place in our lives that we process and deal with the grief that we feel. And I think music and like community is one of the best ways to do it. I mean, it might not be as nice as if we were all together, but just who I know is in the comments now. Once again, we've got people that if I was playing somewhere, there's no way we'd all be together tonight. And that's pretty great. So it's nice that we've got folk from Texas and Australia and Massachusetts hanging out here in the Wandering Bard. Don't forget Maryland. Actually, Maryland isn't too bad of a drive from where we are. But yeah, you're right. It's much more convenient, so.
Should we sing something upbeat? A little bit more
I mean, yeah, I can do that. Well, so maybe some of you have heard this before, so I'm sorry if this is a replay. But I wrote this next song for some friends of mine who are getting married, and I don't think they intended this. There's no way they could have known that they got married in December of 2019. There's no way that they could have known that the theme for their wedding of like a marriage being like a kind of witness against like difficult times would be so much more poignant just a few months out from when they got married. But when I wrote this song, I very much wanted to bless not only their wedding, but I wanted it to be a blessing for everybody who was there. And this is as much about blessing their union as it is about getting each of us in touch with our own power to make a better world just by being more loving and more caring. So this is for all of you as much as it is for Allison and Conrad. And so, my beloved lights found each other across vast skies. Delight in each other, every adventure as you start this new life together. Da 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 da. Enjoy the promise of all that will come as you share your light and heat. Trust the light, the love that you cling to when all around goes dark. Da 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 da. Let the love you share radiate outward to all that you draw around you. A beacon of hope, of kindness Radiant.
Oh, the zoom in.
Oh, no. Well, friends, thanks so much for tuning in. It is that moment of the show. I have but one more song with which to share with you. But thanks for tuning in on a Friday and kicking off your weekend with me. Again, I'm Jeremy Grafe. This is the Subaltern Project Twitch channel. And I will be live once more this coming Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you like what you're hearing, do make sure that you give us a follow and make sure your notifications are on, because you never know. I could be on a Friday. And I know I will have kind of related Garden of Mutual Delights to the last one that I did, where I did kind of a tour of the guitars in my collection. I'm going to be just hanging out and changing some strings on at least one of my guitars, so I might do more than that if people come and hang out, but that's probably going to be Wednesday afternoon. I'll announce it for sure on Monday night, but it'll be a good time to hang out, especially since a lot of us are working from home again, or never got back to a physical building. So there you go. So one more song, and let me check. How's everybody doing in the chat before I bail?
Crossover, the Moos.
Oh no,
The Moo crossover.
the Moo crossover. We've gone dairy. All right,
We are in Pennsylvania.
that's true. There are a lot of dairy farms around here. Many very heavy on the Holsteins, I would also add. So anyway, all right, friends. Well, let this serve as a good night to you all. Of all the money I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done, for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend, and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town that sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart in thrall. Then fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades ere I had, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts ere I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Friends, thank you so much for tuning in. It's always great to hang out with y'all. Until next time, I'm Jeremy Grafe. I will see you Monday night right here on the Subaltern Twitch channel here at 8 p.m. on Monday. Until then, love you all. See you next time.